Do I need a marketing funnel to grow my practice? This may be a question that's been on your mind, and so in this video, I want to share my experience based on working with hundreds of integrative, naturopathic, and functional medicine providers to help them really get their message out to a much bigger audience to attract, nurture, and enroll the right clients, ideal clients into their practice with ease. Now, in a previous video, we talked about what is the marketing funnel and what's a funnel in general, but the concept that underlies any funnel is really an awareness about your patient's journey from awareness through engagement all the way into becoming your patients, right? And so you can liken that process like buying a car. You don't just go to a dealership, you say, I want this car, and you walk out with a thing. There's a series of steps that precedes this, and you have to go through the motion with these steps. Now, in this patient journey, you want to plan for two scenarios. You want to plan for the person that is on hyper speed. They already know what they want, and so you don't want to make it too complicated that they can't schedule with you for a discovery call. But you also have to plan for the exact opposite, that somebody is actually not really sure, and you have to nurture them over months in order to get them into a discovery call. So we want to plan for these two extreme scenarios, one that's on hyper warp speed and somebody that's super slow, and that will probably cover most of the people that are in the middle between these 2 points, and serve them as well. And so the first part in the journey is really attract the right people. How do the people in your community, in your region, in your state, or maybe you're at a national audience in your nation, understand that you are the right person for them? You know, what is it that you have to say in social media or maybe with paid ads that gets them to raise their hand and say, yes, I am interested. And so what that really means is, in order for you to attract the right people into your funnel, is that you're clear on who's my ideal client avatar, who are they, and what's the problem that I'm solving for them, right? Why are they partnering with me and not somebody else down the road? And so these are the two ingredients that precede anything that you do with marketing automation, any funnel building, any website building. You got to get clear on those two elements, because otherwise you can't articulate what's uniquely different about you and your practice that gets outcome for those people. At the top of the funnel, if you picture a funnel, this is the awareness stage. We call it tofu, or top of the funnel. And this is where we put out content that gets people to raise their hand, that gets people to identify, I am interested in the topic that this practitioner is talking about it. And again, the topic that you talk about is directly related to the problem that you help them solve, right? So if you don't know what the problem is that you're solving, you can't create powerful top of the funnel content to help people raise their hand. Now, as the journey continues, people move from awareness stage to, hey, I want to engage with you. I want to start dating the practitioner and get to know more, get to know, like, and trust the practitioner. And that's sort of the middle of the funnel, or MOFU. And what happens there is that the content there is designed to help people understand why you are the expert. What is it that they don't know that makes you different relative to other providers? And, you know, things that you want them to do at that stage is join your Facebook group, join your webinar, consume your content, binge watch your YouTube channel, go through your website. There's a number of things that qualify as engagement, and that obviously is subsequent to the initial awareness phase that people raise their hand. And so then as we get to the bottom of the funnel, or BOFU, this is where we're now focusing on enrollment. How do we convert people that are in your Facebook group, that know, like, and trust you, into actual patients? And the conversion vehicle there is probably the discovery call, or if you have a wait list, then obviously the fact that they get on a wait list, enter their information, or maybe schedule a paid first consult. Those are the elements that you want to do at the bottom of the funnel that mark the transition from a warm lead into an actual patient. So those are the three stages: top of funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel. There's different video content and marketing content that you have at each of these stages. There's different call to actions at each of these three stages. So this is what a marketing funnel is designed to do, and it is especially critical for practitioner selling something that your audience has no clue about, right? If you were selling dentistry, Botox, med spa, chiropractic, acupuncture, by and large, your audience knows exactly what you're selling. You're selling a service in the office. They give you money in exchange for that service. As opposed to when you're in integrative, naturopathic, or functional medicine, yes, there are some lab tests, but by and large, it's not that they're paying you for the procedure in the office. It's for the intellectual property, how to solve that problem. And oftentimes the problem is solved by lifestyle changes, right? So part of the solution, what they're paying for, is maybe a health coach that helps them make these behavioral shifts that ultimately usher in true health. And so if you're selling commodities, you probably don't need a marketing funnel because you just have a website, there's a phone number at the top, there's a way to schedule an appointment, and that's all people know. But when you're selling something that's not a commodity, that people have no idea how it's relevant to them because they have no prior experience with this, then you need a marketing funnel. That's how high-priced items are sold. So if you're selling a high-ticket offer, something that costs several $1,000s, then you need to have a funnel because you need to give the prospect enough time and exposure to really understand why they should invest thousands of dollars with you, to give you enough time to overcome objections, to reaffirm core beliefs that they have to have before they transact with you. Now, if you're selling something that's super cheap, a $37 workshop, you don't need an extensive marketing funnel. It could be as simple as running a TikTok video saying, hey, I'm thinking about running a virtual workshop on rebalancing your hormones. It's $37, you're in. And then people say, yes, I'm in. And then you just make a sales page available. They go there, put their credit card in there, and they're on board. So for something that's low ticket or something that's easy to understand, you don't need a marketing funnel. For everything else, a marketing funnel greatly enhances what you may be doing in person. And ultimately, it's your website, it's your marketing infrastructure, and your clinical EMR. Those are the three pillars for your practice marketing infrastructure that you need to have in place. Now, the other thing that is important to realize about funnels is that funnels come with an integrative communication structure. So I usually say 80% of your marketing is automated, and that's especially important at the top of the funnel where you have thousands of people coming into your ecosystem and you don't have the time to work with them one-on-one. But the more they come down into your marketing funnel, especially at the bottom of the funnel, we want to then layer on manual marketing. That means manual outreach messages, whether it's on Facebook Messenger, whether it's on SMS in text messages, whether it's via email, but you want to layer on that more personal touch so that people feel really connected with you, that you see them as the unique person that they are. And so this is part of the funnel architecture, that you are clear in your mind. Here's the automated stuff that works 24/7 as a salesperson, and then here's more targeted manual outreach that gets layered on top of this. And if you're just very old school, it may be your follow-up Friday, where Friday you sit down for an hour and just email a bunch of people just to check in and nudge them along. But in the modern world, especially now, SMS marketing via text messages, marketing via Facebook Messenger is so much more powerful because more people are actually opening it and paying attention to it. So the average open rate in an email is somewhere between 15 to 25%. Compare this to SMS, where 95% of the messages get seen and can be responded to. And so right there, by switching from email to also add SMS to it, you get a 7-fold boost in the efficacy of your marketing channel. And so this is why it's so important to have a marketing funnel where you not only collect the first name, last name, and email, but you also collect the SMS number, even if at this point you have no intention of actually doing SMS marketing. So a marketing funnel is a really powerful sales tool. And by constructing your sales funnel the right way, you don't come across as salesy. You come from an attitude of serving them, giving them critical information that they need to make better decisions, right? Because unless people understand what you have in your head, why integrative and functional medicine is so powerful, they can't act on this, right? So your job with your marketing is really to educate them on these things and then motivate them to take action. So all the information in the world is not going to help them unless they're actually motivated to act. So the sales funnel, the marketing funnel is really designed as a strategic interlocking series of communication across a variety of platforms, social media, your website, email marketing, webinars, SMS, etc., to craft that journey to move people from an awareness stage to an engagement stage to actually enrolling them into your services. And this is something that you build over time. And our team at Big Boost Marketing is specializing in creating these type of marketing funnels for integrative and functional medicine practitioners. They're simply too busy to do it all themselves, that really want to jump to the front of the line and just leverage all our collective knowledge to make this a reality for their practice. If that's you, if you're ready to connect with our team, I'll invite you to schedule a free strategy session with our team. Alternatively, take our free practice health checkup with a series of questions that help you understand where you are in the big scheme of things. Where are the holes in your marketing or in your infrastructure that really impede optimal marketing function? Because as we all know, structure dictates function. And so if your marketing infrastructure is a mess, then it's very hard to get optimal marketing. And so this assessment will really help you pinpoint where the key imbalances are, so that you then know exactly what is it that I need to do next in order to fix those imbalances and then move productively forward. So I hope you take me up on that offer, and I'll see you on the other side.